Buenos días. Me llamo Dianne. ¿Cómo están ustedes? ¿Qué? ¿Ustedes no me entienden? You don't understand me?
No.
Do you know what language I'm speaking? Spanish. That's right, Spanish. And that's one of the languages they speak in Mexico, and the language that we came across the most. So before we went to Mexico, we tried to learn some phrases, and we found there were certain phrases, at least I found there were certain phrases I used a lot. One of the most common I used was, lo siento, mi español no es muy bueno. Means, I'm sorry, my Spanish isn't very good. But you know what? Every time I said that to somebody, they always smiled at me and they said in their English, okay, my English no so good either. So sometimes I didn't understand them, sometimes they didn't understand me, but we usually worked at it and managed to figure out what each other meant. And one thing that was really helpful was these. It's amazing what you can get across by using your hands. For instance, do you guys know Spanish? No?
I only know how to count up to 10 in 2 horns.
Oh, okay, so if I said uno, dos, tres, you know what I said, right?
1, 2.
Right, because I showed you with my fingers. So sometimes another phrase we used a lot when we were shopping was cuánto cuesta? And that means, how much is it? Unfortunately, then they would tell us in Spanish. And at least for me, I would have to stop and think of my numbers and go, and think I knew what it was, so then I would have to say it again using my fingers to make sure I knew how much it was. And but they were very helpful, and like we learned they have more in common with us than we are. We're more the same than we are different. But it was fun to try and speak their language, and they like to try to speak English too. So I'm going to give you a challenge. See if you can figure out what I'm going to tell you next. Because I hear you guys are planning something for Michael, so you want to get right to it. So, es hora de que ustedes vayan al sótano.
So in a few minutes, we're going downstairs.
Very close, very good. Es hora means it is time. De que ustedes is you all. Vayan, to go. Al sótano, to the basement. Adios.